Hello, today we'll be talking about Aipom, the first monkey Pokemon and the first primate Pokemon in Gen 2. It's also the first Pokemon in Gen 2 that started off as a single-stage Pokemon that got an evolution in a future generation. Its previous BYC dates are September 3rd, 1996, June 25th, 1999, April 15th, 2002, February 3rd, 2005, November 25th, 2007, September 15th, 2010, July 6th, 2013, April 26th, 2016, February 15th, 2019, and December 6th, 2021. Before I started this project, I always thought Aipom was a Gen 4 Pokemon as I always associated with Ash's/Dawn's Aipom, which appears in the Diamond and Pearl era of the anime. I also associate Aipom with the ones in Detective Pikachu. I also find the hand tail odd, but creative. I also think Aipom looks a little creepy. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we talk about Aipom, the long-tailed Pokemon whose number is 0190. This is what it looks like. Its type is normal. Abilities, Runaway or Pickup. Skill Link is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is a group field. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height 2'7" or 0.8 meters. Weight is 25.4 pounds or 11.5 kilograms. Basic experience yield is 94 in Gen 2 through 4 and 72 in 5+. Leveling rate is fast. EV is 1 and speed. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is purple and base friendship is 70. Aipom is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. It evolves into Ambipom when leveled up while knowing Double Hit. Biology: Aipom is a simian Pokemon with a 3-fingered hand at the end of its tail. Its fur is purple, while the skin of its face, inner ears, belly, feet, and the tip of its tail are beige. Its face usually has a cheeky smile and round blue eyes. With its round ears, Aipom's head is disproportionately large compared to its body. Atop its head is a cowlick that is longer on females than males. Unlike its feet, Aipom's arms are simple purple stubs. Aipom uses its powerful tail freely and cleverly for many purposes. The tail is strong enough to anchor Aipom to a branch and suspend the rest of its body in the air, but also delicate enough to pick fruit and manipulate objects. Aipom has been known to wrap its tail around tree branches as it sleeps so it does not fall. Since Aipom uses its tail so much, its actual arms are not as dexterous and become clumsy over time. Aipom lives high in the treetops of tropical, temperate, and even boreal forests, using its tail for balance as it swings from branch to branch. In Alola, Bound Sweet is its favorite food. So you got Aipom eating a banana here. Kind of looks interesting. Kind of feels like it fits in like the Simpsons world. It's weird. It's strangely animated like that. I don't know. What about it? Like, it looks like a cartoon character in the Simpsons world. Evolution: Aipom evolves into Ambipom, so Aipom, Ambipom. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Stadium 2, Aipom makes a cameo in the Eager Eevee minigame. Aipom lifts the crate, but may also lower it quickly to fake out players. Pokemon Trozy, whatever. Lucy Fleetfoot owns an Aipom. Pokedex entries in Gen 2, Gold. Its tail is so powerful that it can use it to grab a tree branch and hold itself up in the air. Silver, it lives atop tall trees. When leaping from branch to branch, it definitely uses its tail for balance. Crystal, it uses its tail to hang on to tree branches. It uses its momentum to swing from one branch to another. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, or Crystal inserted, get the Gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, get the Silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, Aipom's tail ends in a hand-like appendage that can be cleverly manipulated. However, because the Pokemon uses its tail so much, its real hands become rather clumsy. Emerald, its tail ends with a dexterous hand-like appendage. However, because it uses the tail so much, Aipom's real hands have become rather clumsy. Fire Red is the Silver entry and Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4 and Diamond, it uses its tail to pluck fruits that are out of reach. Its tail is more adept than its real hands. Pearl, it lives atop giant trees. It wraps its tail around a branch so it won't fall off while asleep. Platinum, it lives high among the treetops. It can use its tail as freely and cleverly as its hands. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Platinum's entry. In Gen 6, X is the Silver entries and Fire Red's entry. Y is the Gold entries and Leaf Green's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Aipom and Pokemon are now the correct casing. In Gen 7 and Ultra Sun, as it did more and more with its tail, its hands became clumsy. It makes its nest high in the treetops. Ultra Moon, it searches for prey from the tops of trees. When it spots its favorite food, Bound Sweet, Aipom gets excited and pounces. In Gen 8, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. In Legends Arceus, this tree-top dweller possesses a tail as dexterous as a hand. Ancient writings describe this Pokemon as a one-armed oddity. In Gen 9, Scarlet is very similar to the Silvers and all the other ones that were that one, but slightly different, so I'll read it. It lives atop of trees. When leaping from branch to branch, it deftly uses its tail for balance. Violet, its tail moves with greater dexterity than its hands, making deft use of this tail. Aipom lives high among the treetops. Aipom in the Alola Pokedex, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Then Aipom in the Kitakami Pokedex. Interesting. It looks like it's falling from the tree. It's kind of fun. Game locations. Side game locations. Okay. Events. Held items. In Legends Arceus, Normal, Nanoberry, 30% of the time, Bulbapedia 15% of the time, Great Items by Level, Alpha, EXP Candy S, 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery, 10% of the time, and Great Items by Level, still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 55, Attack 70, Defense 55, Special Attack 40, Special Defense 55, Speed 85 for a total of 360. Pokeathlon stats, Type Effectiveness, damage normally by Normal, Flying, Poison, Ground, Rock, Bug, Steel, Fire, Water, Grass, Electric, Psychic, Ice, Dragon, Dark, and Fairy. Weak to Fighting for double, immune to Ghost, and resistant to nothing. Notes, if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Ghost-type moves is 1, so it go from 0 to 1. Learn set by leveling up. 1, Scratch and Tail Whip. 4, Sand Attack. 8, Astonish. 11, Baton Pass. Level 15. Tickle. 18, Fury Swipes. 22, Swift. 25 Screech, 29 Agility, 32 Double Hit, 36 Fling, 39 Nasty Plot, and 43 Last Resort. By TM, 1 Takedown, 4 Agility, 5 Mud Slap, 7 Protect, 11 Water Pulse, 12 Low Kick, 14 Acrobatics, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 22 Chilling Water, 25 Facade, 27 Aerial Ace, 32 Swift, 35 Mud Shot, 39 Low Sweep, 43 Fling, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 55 Dig, 58 Brick Break, 60 U-Turn, 61 Shadow Claw, 62 Foul Play, 67 Fire Punch, 68 Thunder Punch, 69 Ice Punch, 70 Sleep Talk, 71 Seed Bomb, 80 Metronome, 81 Grass Knot, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 87 Taunt, 102 Gunk Shot, 103 Substitute, 114 Shadow Ball, 126 Thunderbolt, 130 Helping Hand, 132 Baton Pass, 140 Nasty Plot, 166 Thunder, 168 Solar Beam, 171 Terror Blast, 177 Spite, 179 Smackdown, 181 Knockoff, 192 Focus Punch, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 221 Throat Chop, and 229 Upper Hand. By breeding, this group gives you Beat Up, this group gives you Bounce, this group gives you Counter, this group gives you Covet, this group gives you Fake Out, this group gives you Iron Tail, this group gives you Quick Guard, this group gives you Slam, and this group gives you Switcheroo. Side game data, you got all this. Okay. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Volmia, in the browser entry. It attacks by throwing rocks with its tail and by tackling. Guardian signs. It throws stones to attack. Got all this. Okay. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure in the Pokepark Pad entry. Aipom can be found playing in the meadow or haunted zones. Their favorite attractions are Venusaur's Vine Swing and Tangrowth's Swing Along. Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond. Aipom looked forward to the battle tournament. They like to discuss highlights of the battle tournament with their Aipom friends. Okay. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. Aipom dart about the treetops, swinging from branch to branch with their dexterous tails, which are also strong enough to cut through the underbrush. Evolution data, Aipom level up knowing Double Hit, Ambipom. Sprites here, this is another one where the gold and silver are different between the Japanese and the international versions. The difference seems to be that they added a belly. You can kind of see it here, but it's more obvious here. They added the belly colors and they didn't have that in the Japanese version. Otherwise, it's very similar to what we have now. The blue eyes aren't there yet. This is a purple, a darker purple. This is more clearly yellow. This is a sort of a little different purple and a pink. This is a lighter yellow here. Gen 3 got more of the actual colors as this kind of shade of purple, kind of more like that yellow color, you know, this lighter yellow. This is kind of red and pink, I guess. Gen 4 introduces the gender difference. So you got the little tuft and the big tuft. It's pretty fun. Not really much changes though. Oh, but Platinum, it has lighter. The yellow kind of goes to this more yellow color, or this lighter color. That's interesting. This also becomes, I think, a little bit lighter as well. Okay. Then Gen 5. Got the full back sprites. And then Gen 6, pretty good translation. Still very creepy. I mean, they've always been kind of very creepy. I think this is the one that introduces, I mean, it kind of has the blue eyes, I guess. But it's much more obviously blue in this one. Yeah, that's interesting. Yep, you got these. Legends Arceus, their style. Then Holmes here, you got that, that's fun. In the anime, Aipom in the anime. The big one is Ash's/Dawn's Aipom. Got an Aipom egg in the anime. That's kind of fun. It's got the hand pattern. Got all that. Yep. Pokedex entries in episode 167 in Ash's Pokedex. Aipom, the long-tailed Pokemon. Aipom is able to climb and hang from branches using its powerful tail. Aipom live atop tall trees. In Diamond and Pearl, episode 60, about Double Hit in Dawn's Pokedex. Double Hit, a single attack that causes damage twice. In the manga, you got Aipom and Pokemon Adventures. Okay, yep. The TCG. Their appearances, Detective Pikachu. A few Aipom appear at the beginning of the spin-off game, Detective Pikachu, where they steal a necklace. Then you got the one about the movie, which we'll see later in the video. Trivia, Clement uses a gadget based on Aipom's tail called the Aipom arm. Origin, Aipom appears to be based on a New World monkey and the exaggerated concept of their prehensile tail, possibly the capuchin monkey in particular. Aipom also shares its large smile with a cymbal-banging monkey toy. It may vaguely reference the Ahuizotl, a creature of Aztec mythology with monkey hands and a fifth human hand on its tail. Name origin, Aipom, and Aipom may be a combination of ape and palm. So we've got other languages, related articles, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Aipom's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching Pokemon the Movie 3, Entei, Spell of the Unknown. In this film, Ash Ketchum, the main character, channeling companions Brock and Misty, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu and Togepi, Misty's Pokemon, are on this path, and they're about to encounter a trainer and her Aipom.
Exactly where this road leads.
Yeah, so there's the Aipom. Okay, and the song's about to start, so that's where we're gonna have to cut this. That is Aipom's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's watch for Aipom's scenes in Detective Pikachu. Hello and welcome to the Detective Pikachu portion of the video, or as I like to call it, Detective Aipom, as it's only the frames with Aipom to the best of my ability. In this film, Tim Goodman, the main character, has come to Rhyme City as he has just found out that his father has died in a car crash. So, in sort of an establishing shot of the apartment building, we have these Aipom here on the sign, and Tim is going to his dad's apartment to sort of clean up. Yep. So now, what is happening is that Tim found a vial of Argas in Harry Goodman, his father's final case, and he has released it out of the window after consuming some of it, and it's gonna make these Pokemon go crazy. Okay, so what has happened is Tim Goodman has met Detective Pikachu, a talking Pikachu, and believing him to be a hallucination, he is from the gas that he, took earlier. He has gone to the window, tried to get some fresh air, but he has allowed this Aipom in.
No, excuse me, Aipom, we're having a private conversation here.
You!
Ow!
That Aipom don't look right.
No! Get off him, whack job! Stick around. Okay, here's what you want to do. You want to scream. We're playing charades. Not the knife! Okay, that idea with the knife. I'll find something else.
You are he's just a hungry...
Move! To the roof! What?
Help! It's not gonna work since no one else is, but...
Oh my god, help! He's big! Eaten alive! I win! Blazing speed! Blazing speed! No, they seem to be attracting nudeness! The super crazy Pokemon! You died a hero!
Yeah, they've grabbed
Looks
the
like
pants.
someone's back in a good mood.
And so, yeah. Someone's notices the pants, and so they're not
I think
delivering
pants
it
are
back
good
now that
right
they're
now.
back to normal. Yep.
You know, I pictured you as a bit. I don't wear hair, you know.
Okay, so now we've cut to a lot later in the film. They've been summoned by Howard Clifford, the founder of Rhyme City, and among his artwork, there is this art with an Aipom here. Howard has summoned them because he wants to tell them that Harry isn't actually dead, and that his soul was just taken by Mewtwo.
Come.
Yeah, now he evolved his Eevee into a Flareon there, so now it's walking away.
Inside you.
And that's a hologram. Let's see if I can go back.
Inside you.
Not too fast. So this is a hologram of a car, of the car crash that allegedly killed Harry. And you can't really see it, but it would be hypothetically there in the scene, the Aipom, so I've counted it. And so now we've cut to later. He's met Mewtwo, and he saw who he thinks to be Clifford, Howard's son, capture Mewtwo. There's the Aipom again.
Howard! Mr. Clifford!
Yeah, so now he's going to tell Howard.
Your son!
And so now, it's been revealed that actually it was Howard that captured Mewtwo, and the Aipom's there, and now he's using the R-gas to try to in this device called the Neuralink to put his mind inside of Mewtwo. And so now that's after, and so he's talking about how the transfer worked. So now this reveal, so he found the real Roger in this closet, and this, the one they saw earlier, is transforming into Miss Norman, the woman he saw earlier, and then it's going to transform into a Ditto, and reveal that it is in fact a Ditto. Now it's turning into the room. So now we've cut to much later in the film. We're at the end of the film here. It was revealed that the reason why Detective Pikachu could talk is because it had Harry's soul in him. And now that's been undone. All the danger is done and stuff. And you can see this Aipom walking with this gentleman in the back here behind the skater man. Yeah. So now, so what has happened is he was intending to go home. He is at the train station to go home because he doesn't live in Rhyme City, but he has decided to stay with his dad for a while. You can see this Aipom. This is probably my favorite Aipom, purely because of her expression. This woman, she looks just so done with it, like just sick of the silliness, and it's fun.
You want to get a coffee? It's the weirdest thing.
Yep. So now we're in the credits. Here we go. These Aipom go crazy, and then in a spiral again. Yep. And that is it. Hope you enjoyed. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Aipom. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead, we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why we're on this single image, and that's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. This is Aipom and Jumpluff by Blue Commodore. It's kind of fun, since we talked about Jumpluff yesterday. We're talking about Aipom today. They're like right next to each other in the Pokedex. That's fun. So yeah, it's just this Aipom holding this Jumpluff in its tail hand thing. Yeah, it's a very cute image. Yeah, it's kind of looks like, yeah. That's it. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, as I'll need to wait until I've talked about Miltank before I can catch an Aipom. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Sunkern. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.